the last glacial period, an in-depth exploration of a crucial era in Earth's history. The last glacial period, spanning approximately 100,000 years ago, represents the commencement of the Quaternary glaciation, a global cooling trend that lasted thousands of years. This epoch, which began around 2.6 million years ago and ended around 11,500 years ago, is of significant interest to geologists, climate scientists, and historians due to the profound changes it brought about in our planet's climate, geography, and biodiversity. This period witnessed the formation of extensive ice sheets, one of the most significant being the Laurentide ice sheet. This colossal sheet of ice covered a large portion of Canada and the northern United States, extending southward as far as what is now New York City. The ice sheet, reaching heights of up to 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers, drastically altered the landscape, carving out valleys, lakes, and rivers, and creating a frigid, unfriendly environment. The Laurentide ice sheet, along with other ice sheets such as the inland ice sheet in Europe and the Antarctic ice sheet, played a crucial role in shaping the world during this time. The growth of these ice sheets led to a series of feedback loops that further intensified the cooling trend. As the ice sheets grew, they reflected more sunlight back into space, reducing the amount of heat absorbed by the Earth. This reduction in heat absorption led to a decrease in global temperatures, which in turn caused the ice sheets to grow even larger. This process continued for thousands of years, resulting in a significant drop in global temperatures and the widespread expansion of ice sheets. During this period, the climate became increasingly Arctic, and the ice sheets grew larger, affecting the world's weather patterns. The ice sheets not only changed the landscape, but also influenced the ocean currents, causing a drop in sea levels. This shift in sea levels led to the emergence of land bridges, connecting continents in ways that were previously unimaginable. The most famous of these was the Bering Land Bridge, a dry land corridor connecting Siberia and Alaska, facilitating the movement of animals and humans between Asia and North America. This bridge played a crucial role in the migration of early humans and the dispersal of various plant and animal species. The last glacial period also gave rise to the mammoth steppe, a vast, dry biome teeming with megafauna. This biome stretched from Eastern Europe across Siberia and into North America, offering a unique habitat for species such as the woolly mammoth, the saber-toothed cat, and the American bison. The mammoth steppe was characterized by its cold, dry climate and its barren, treeless landscape. Early humans adapted and evolved during this period, developing technologies that improved their survival. The use of fire, for instance, allowed them to cook their food, making it easier to digest and providing more nutrients. Stone tools such as spears and axes enabled them to hunt more efficiently, increasing their chances of survival. However, the last glacial period was not without its challenges. The harsh climate and the presence of large carnivores made survival difficult for early humans. Moreover, the rapid melting of the ice sheets at the end of the last glacial period led to widespread flooding, displacing many early human populations. The last glacial period impacted the southern hemisphere as well. In Antarctica, the ice sheets grew, contributing to the formation of the Ross Sea, one of the largest ice-covered bodies of water in the world. The Sahara Desert, now primarily associated with aridity, was once a lush green region teeming with diverse plant and animal life. The last glacial period also saw the formation of the Strait of Gibraltar, separating the Mediterranean Sea from the Atlantic Ocean, and the creation of the Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia. This period was also marked by geological activity, including the shaping of North American, European, and Asian landscapes. In North America, the Great Lakes were formed as glaciers melted and carved out basins. In Europe, the Alps and the Pyrenees were formed as tectonic plates collided, while in Asia, the Himalayas were created as the Indian plate collided with the Eurasian plate. Human migration was significant during this period, with the Bering Land Bridge facilitating movement between Asia and North America. The genetic makeup of modern humans was shaped by this migration. However, the last glacial period also saw the extinction of many megafauna species. Climate change, overhunting, and habitat destruction are believed to have contributed to these extinctions. This period serves as a reminder of the delicate balance within ecosystems and the potential consequences of disrupting it. As we face climate change today, the lessons from the last glacial period can guide us towards a sustainable future. We must reduce greenhouse gas emissions, protect ecosystems, and promote sustainable development, while ensuring equitable benefits for all. This means transitioning to renewable energy sources, implementing policies that encourage sustainable agriculture, and investing in infrastructure that reduces carbon emissions. To combat climate change, we can adopt renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power. We can also implement policies that encourage sustainable agriculture, such as organic farming and agroforestry, which not only reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but also improve soil health and biodiversity. Furthermore, investing in public transportation and energy-efficient buildings can significantly reduce carbon emissions. Moreover, we must protect ecosystems, such as forests, wetlands, and coral reefs, which act as carbon sinks and provide essential habitats for countless species. We can do this by establishing protected areas, enforcing laws against deforestation and illegal wildlife trade, and promoting sustainable resource management. In addition, we must ensure equitable benefits from sustainable development. This means addressing poverty and inequality, as these are major drivers of environmental degradation. We can do this by implementing policies that promote economic equality, such as progressive taxation and social safety nets, and by ensuring that the benefits of sustainable development are shared fairly among all members of society. Furthermore, we must also prepare for the consequences of climate change, such as sea level rise, increased heat waves, and more frequent and intense natural disasters. This means investing in infrastructure, such as coastal defenses and early warning systems, and in disaster preparedness and response. In conclusion, the last glacial period offers valuable lessons for our modern world as we grapple with climate change. By learning from the past and working together, we can create a future that is healthy, diverse, and resilient. This future will require us to make difficult decisions, to sacrifice short-term gains for long-term benefits, and to prioritize the well-being of our planet and its inhabitants. But it is a future worth striving for, a future that ensures the survival and prosperity of all life on Earth. By adopting these strategies, we can mitigate the effects of climate change and ensure a sustainable future for our planet and its inhabitants. However, it is essential to remember that climate change is a complex issue that requires a global response. We must work together across borders and cultures to address this challenge and create a future that is not only sustainable but also just and equitable for all. The future of our planet depends on it. The last glacial period was a time of dramatic change, with both positive and negative impacts on the planet and its inhabitants. The extinction of megafauna and the displacement of early human populations are stark reminders of the potential consequences of disrupting ecosystems. However, the formation of new landscapes, the migration of species, and the evolution of early humans also highlight the incredible adaptability and resilience of life on Earth. As we look to the future, we must learn from the past and strive to create a world that is not only sustainable but also just and equitable for all. This means taking bold action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, protect ecosystems, and promote sustainable development. It means working together across borders and cultures to address the complex challenges of climate change. And it means ensuring that the benefits of a sustainable future are shared fairly among all members of society, so that everyone can thrive in a healthy, diverse, and resilient world. In the words of former U.S. President John F. Kennedy, we choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win, and the others too. The challenge of climate change is one that we must also accept, and together we can win. The future of our planet depends on it.